Blue Friends, I'm Angie.
I'm Michelle.
We're Blue Heavens.
Heavens.
Today we were going to share some footage where we talk about some of our childhood experiences.
And we wanted to share these with all of you so you see how we've evolved to the sisters we are today.
Yeah,
We were not the sisters of that on the yesterday.
no, we were not. But you get to find that
But
out
you get to find-
and more in this video.
Stay watching.
Enjoy! So if you were to ask our parents if you can find a picture of us next to each other's children,
Nope.
no.
You're not going to. They said we fought all the time, constantly.
We hated each other. I remember her chasing me around the house with a butter knife. At least it wasn't sharp, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'll
At the
take it.
time, I guess it was a great idea. We would fight over boom boxes because we grew up in we were 80s children.
Yeah.
And we each had our boom box in one vehicle going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Mom and Dad said we would fight over music. Then they would want one good picture by the Gatlinburg sign.
the
And they said
sign.
they never
Of
got
all-
there.
and we passed all the happy families getting their picture next to the sign
Yes.
that we wouldn't do it. We were on different
Yes,
sides
yeah.
of the thing.
That's exactly it. We were on different
Yeah.
sides of it, and she didn't ever do anything wrong or right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how I felt with Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
You did everything right. I didn't do anything, and so
It wasn't like that.
it wasn't at all.
But it was a misperception.
It wasn't. I perceived things wrong.
And so did I. But
Yes.
we're very close now.
Yes.
And Spirit kind of did that for us. It's like it. Okay, so when I had Lyme disease, no one believed I had Lyme disease.
I
Everybody
believed
was
you
like,
did.
hey, you're depressed, your kid has cancer. And yes, that was true. But I was also sick, you know your body.
Yes.
And I had a tick and I pulled it off and I had a bullseye
Yeah.
and all the stuff I knew I had it, no one listened. She believed me.
And I did anything I could to help
Yes.
her, and we were still on that, but I still did anything I could possibly do to help
Yes.
her.
So
and that.
she showed me unconditional love when I needed it. And she,
Because I knew it, I felt it, and I just knew it. I came to an age when I moved out and I was pregnant, and I was pregnant with my second, with my son, and that's when I realized I missed having you, because I would have her, she'd come to my apartment, and I missed that.
yeah.
And
Yeah, we tried to reconnect a
we
little
tried
bit.
to reconnect a little bit. It just wasn't our time to
Yeah.
reconnect, and then it just kind of happened. I mean, after all that happened, when she had Lyme disease, it was almost like I could hear Spirit saying she needs you, and I believed. And when Ellie got sick, I'm like, I'm here. How do you need me? And I just tried to do what I felt from Spirit, and I didn't know like who was guiding me.
Right.
I really
Right.
had no idea, because remember at that point I'm still atheist.
Right.
Had no idea who was guiding me, but I knew that there was something bigger.
Yeah, and I asked my mother-in-law now, Debbie,
Mm-hmm.
I asked her why she helped me. She helped find a doctor that would help diagnose me, to help me get medication. She helped pay for things. She took me places.
Yes.
She helped organize my medication. I had to take up to 200 pills a day. And I asked her, how did you believe me? What made you help me? And God told her to.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the same. That's the same. I just felt.
So God was saying, hey, it doesn't matter if people believe you or not, I've got you. I've got you.
Nobody
and he
has
did.
to believe you, but
He put me in a little separate container to let me just work it out, to show me that he had me. He was bringing love to me.
Exactly, and that's when I started wanting to have that relationship, and I would ask Mom and Dad, how do I do that? And I could feel being guided. Like
Yeah.
they would tell me, this is when you should
Right.
message, this is when you should back up here. I don't think right now, and then it would be right. It would be the right information I needed to do, or I'd have the kids message as well. Well, not you, but have one of your
Right.
children do that. So I would pray for her all the time. That's when I started knowing that was working.
Yeah.
After the whole energy and Dad calling and saying, what did you do to your
You
sister?
broke your sister.
Pretty much.
I know
and I
she
felt,
fixed it.
Yes,
She helped fix it.
I just helped fix it, but Dad
Yeah.
was just,
And I will admit, back when I was a mess, people be like, you have such a beautiful smile, and I'd be like, it's fake. I'm dead inside.
I had that same.
Yeah, because I was dead inside. I just didn't want to do it anymore. But I
Yeah.
would have people come over to me and be like, can I tell you about Jesus? And I'd be like, I don't need to hear about Jesus. And they'd be like, look, I was a mess, and then I found him, and he's the only true thing that I've ever found in my life. And people kept saying this to me, hey, have you heard of Jesus? Do you know that he's like the only real thing I've ever had in my life? all these people. It was insane. And then
Right.
our parents started finding Bibles at their house.
About 5 Bibles.
They had like 5 different Bibles. Like God was just saying, it's time.
It was hilarious.
It was very hilarious.
It was funny because he'd be like,
But
why
we found a new Bible for some reason.
we just kind of came across this
Yeah.
Bible. Why did we come across
Yeah.
this Bible?
So it was like God was just searching for us. So now, hey, He's here. And we want you to see that He's here for you.
Exactly, because we want everybody to know how awesome and amazing
Yes.
He is.
You don't have to be sad anymore.
No.
That's my biggest thing. I think that is amazing. I was so hurt. And even when, when I didn't know what was going to happen with my Lyme disease, I spent a year in bed. I couldn't talk. There were days I couldn't speak. Days I couldn't write, I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. My husband would have to scoop my butt up the stairs. It could take me an hour to get up steps.
Right.
The doctor said that you'll take medicine and then you'll feel like you're dying every day until one day you don't feel like you're dying anymore. And she nailed it.
Yeah, and then it was like, and her change was, Mom and Dad mentioned that too, and I noticed that. What inspired me to get my divorce and start my journey is they said she's so different. Like she was happy, like calm, like it was calm kind of just went over. And I was amazed at somebody could be that happy and calm. And that's what I wanted. And I felt like how much you have to work for that. Like, what do you got to do? And I'd ask people that were Catholics, and I thought, well, if I'm a Catholic, I'll be happy. But I didn't realize it was, you can just do, after I followed what she was doing, and I'd ask you all the time, what are you doing? What's your secret?
Yeah.
Well, there was no secret.
Although I'm choosing to be better.
Just choosing to be better.
Being aware of what I'm doing, what I'm saying, how I affect people, not letting anger control me, not being reactive. The Holy Spirit just really tells me to shh.
And listen, and
be
I spent
still.
4 days at her place, and house sitting, and I
Got a
heard
lot of
from
animals.
yes, and I felt from first day like healing hands, and then the second day I heard let Spirit tell you what to do all day, and I'm like, okay, take a shower. No, I don't. I'll do it later. No, now. I'm like, okay. And I would feel better. And then I would hear, don't you feel better? And I'm like, and it was just, I learned a lot. And I just shut up and allowed.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need quiet too. I needed quiet. And when I had quiet, I heard him so much better. And that was the best 4 days I had. Just letting Spirit speak. And I've let it. And I know now if I need quiet time, go take that quiet time.
We all need our quiet time.
Exactly, we do.
Even God rested on the 7th day. I know that's a thing, but seriously, like He did stuff for 6 days and then He rested on that 7th day. It's important
That
for
says
us to
something.
rest. It really
Then why,
does.
Why is it in the Bible then?
Right.
Why would it be mentioned of all the things you could say about God? Why on the 7th day? And He enforced that.
Yeah. He can connect
Yes.
to you and refill your cup on
Yes.
Sunday. Sunday is His day to refill you, but
Yes.
you have to allow it.
You have to
You have to
allow
allow
it.
it.
You have to allow it. It just, don't just wake up.
Yeah.
You have to allow the energy. And that was my problem. I wasn't allowing it. I
Yeah.
just thought it was a magical thing that happened.
Yeah. It's not magic.
No,
There's
you have
an
to allow.
allowance.
You have to allow and choose.
Yes.
And
Choose it, then allow it.
And then when we were baptized, it was just like, and that was one thing too. We always wanted to be baptized. And something told me, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. There's opportunities that would always come around, but I
I
wouldn't
didn't
do it.
want to do it.
And one day we did it together with my son. We did it.
And I was thankful we did it because it made all the external negative voices just kind of fall away.
And it did. After that, I've heard no negative voices.
I've had people like, you don't really want to get baptized if you're hearing voices like you're going to burn in the tub or something. But no, it actually helps you. So if
Yes.
you hear a lot of negative voices and you feel like a baptism is right for you, it probably is.
It probably, you'll feel guided. And you'll know when it's the right time and you
if
feel
it's
guided.
not, it's not. If
It's
you never
not.
feel that, you never feel that. It's
No.
all right. We're all on different paths.
We're on different paths, and that's why we wanted to share like our videos.
Yeah.
Blue heavens. That's what that means. Blue heavens. Like we want everybody to feel that.
Yes.
And that
It's
was
serene. It's calm.
yes. And that's what you feel like when you've had spiritual awakenings. Like a blue heaven just kind
Yes.
of came across you, which was a beautiful name for us, and that's why we stuck with that. And Lazarus being spirit, and that's how we see them sometimes.
Yes.
With like a blue around them.
Yes.
So blue heavens, and that's where the heavens. So just was a multi reason for why blue heavens.
In blue, the chakra color for your throat,
Throat.
of communication and truth.
Because we channel and
it's a
that. So
channel.
yes.
Yeah.
So that just made sense.
Gosh, I feel like I just learned so much about us.
I know, right?
Did you guys learn something about us too?
I was still learning things.
Me too. I hope you enjoyed this video.
And thank you for joining us on our childhood adventures.
Yes, thank you very much. Remember that you are loved.
You are loved unconditionally.
And everything is beautiful.
It's most indeed, it is so beautiful. It is.
Most indeed
It is. It is very beautiful.